Today, we are going to be using a character that everyone loved when she came out, and she was easily the best in the game. But ever since power creep got to her, while she still is good, you don't really see her get used that much anymore. And that character is none other than Jingliu. And she's a character that I've definitely been a big fan of ever since she came out. And this specific fight here against the Apocalyptic Shadow Adventurine actually give us a nice opportunity to use not just Jingliu, but really any ice DPS in a really nice way, because one of the buffs for this fight that you can choose is an extra 55% ice damage dealt to enemies. And this is going to be so good for any ice DPS, Jingliu, Yang Zheng. I wonder if people have tried to bring Herda in here, I'm not sure. And since I don't have Yang Zheng, and really Jingliu is the only DPS ice character I have a good build on, or good enough build to try out in Apocalyptic Shadow, that's who we're going to be trying out today. I am running her with Sparkle, Bronya, and Fu Xuan. Fu Xuan is E1 for the extra crit stats, so extra 30% crit damage, and then I believe it's 12% crit rate that she'll give. Plus also Sparkle and Bronya just being really good buffers, and with their action advance are going to be good in here as well. So let's just get right into it and see how Jingliu is going to perform. Now I did test some other comps as well, and I will show off my builds at the end of the video here, but this comp is really good for this, like I said, because of those action advances, because we do want to try to act as often as possible without draining too much of that action value up there. Alright, so here we'll start with Sparkle skill on Jingliu, and we gotta target these dice so we can deal with them. So yeah, we'll hit that 7 and just kind of go from there. And since I'm focusing on getting these dice out of the way, I'm fine with ulting here without really, many buffs on me. I did miss a crit. I think it might have been on Adventurine though. Actually, no, I think it was on the 5, which is honestly kind of worse if we're really thinking about it. So yeah, let's enhance skill there. Apply the 5. And then there should be the 18 dice that pops up, right? Yeah. Now I'll just kind of focus on that so we can start damaging his toughness. And you know what? Let me Sparkle ult here to get the extra damage as well, because I kind of just want to one-shot that and not have to worry. There we go. All right. So now we pretty much just focus Adventurine until we get the his toughness down here. Which, let's see how much toughness damage we'll actually be able to do to him, because I gotta hit him with the skill here. Then we Sparkle boost up into another skill, which puts me into this. Actually, no, yeah, with the enhanced skill and the ult, we should be able to break him, because the dice are also going to deal toughness damage, which is really nice, honestly. And Jingliu should get action advance for this as well. Very good stuff. Got energy too for breaking all the dice. And now we kind of just hook, which is the fun thing with Apocalyptic Shadow. Yeah, well, once you get that weakness break on them, you can kind of just go crazy and start doing damage. And because of the damage boost, like 400k, obviously these numbers aren't realistic for other kinds of end games, but because of the, I believe it's a vulnerability debuff he gets, right? Yeah, he takes 100% more damage, which is pretty crazy to think about. But they do give them a bunch of health as well to compensate. So I guess that makes it make sense. And the thing with Sparkle here as well, sometimes they don't advance as fast as you want them to. So Jingliu is about to be super buffed up by having both Bronya and Sparkle buffs active, but she's not even in her state. So it's not really gonna matter too much unless she decides to crit, which she does not, but we still get 33k there, which is kind of wild. Alright, so here we should be able to, oh, we got a crit there. Alright, 100k. Let's see, with the skill plus the ult, we can get into the second phase while still having over 1700 action value. And I know I talk about it a lot in the Apocalyptic Shadow videos, but you want to try to have at least 1300 the remaining at the end of each wave for Apocalyptic Shadow, because that way if you have 1300 here and 1300 on the other side, you're going to get the 3-star criteria met. So it is very good to keep that in mind. Alright, so let's skill here with Bronya, bring Jingliu back up. We'll get rid of this 5. It would be interesting if we were able to freely choose which dice to go after, rather than having to like stick with the certain ones that they let us target the toughness of. But it is what it is. I'm not really too pressed about it. Especially if you're running a team that has like Blast or AoE, because it really ends up not being that big of a deal. So here I'm trying to save the 2x boost, because I would want to use that when my amount is higher, but I might have to go for it a bit earlier than I'd want to. All right, no crit there kind of sucks. Not even gonna lie. And then Sparkle brings up Jingliu. Yeah, we might actually snipe that 2x here, because I'm gonna get the break there, and I'm going to skill, and then I'll get my ult off as well on the 2x. Yeah, because that'll bring me up to... Yeah, that'll bring me up higher than 22. So yeah, let me ult the 2x. If I don't kill here, that would just be kind of unfortunate. Alright, good. We got it. We got it. It's all good. And now I don't have any skill points here with Wuchuan. That's a little awkward. But we will just hope for the best and go from there. Yeah, let me do this. I have no idea if that's going to be enough. Okay, it's not quite going to be enough. Oh, but I am going to get skill points with Sparkle here. Maybe I'll be able to advance with... Oh, okay, no advance there. We just got to hope for the best. That Adventure does not kill any of the characters here. Okay, no, he actually probably will, which is unfortunate. Okay, no, he didn't actually kill. That's good. A little fumble on my part, but it is what it is. I should have been paying more attention to the skill points. That's all good there. So now with Jingliu, let's just... Honestly, yeah, let me target right here. Yeah, because then the other one should burst as well. And now... Okay, now we try to get Jingliu back into her state as well. And also we're about to get the break as well. So we are actually doing pretty solid. Yeah, we get Jingliu up there. And we have the break with the skill to bring us into her enhanced state. I mean, she's gonna get boosted up anyway, so it's not that crazy of a deal. But now, we just wail in on him once again, and hope that even with my fumble before, we can still get this before I hit 1300 action value, which I think we'll be able to. Because we're gonna do some really solid damage there. Yeah, 300k. Then, yeah, Wuchuan can just basic. And we're just gonna focus on, buffing, bringing her up. And that's really the run here. It's cool to see Jingliu be able to work in, as in a more, like, recent fight. Like, I know this Apocalyptic Shadow isn't, like, the toughest thing in the world. Like, I actually did find it kind of easy in comparison to some of the other ones, even though I've really not had trouble with Apocalyptic Shadow. But being able to do it with older characters is also very nice. And not just this side, too. And you won't be able to see it right now because of just me moving around characters, but my original run for side 2 against Fantalia, I did actually use Dot for. So being able to use some of like the older characters as well is also really nice. But now let me get into the builds real quick before we end off. So starting out with Jingliu, she is rocking her signature light cone there. Crit rate is 30.8. It could be a little higher in all honesty, but crit damage is very good, sitting at 241%. And also for the crit rate, she does get 50 when she goes into her state. So even without Wuchuan, she's at 80%. And like I said, Light Cone is at S1. So she's getting extra crit damage from there as well. Trace-wise, the important ones are all maxed out. I just don't have her basic maxed out, which honestly, you don't need her basic. You're never going to use it. For relics, she's running the 4-piece Ice Set and 2-piece Rulant Arena. She has some pretty solid relics. She could use some more speed because I am running attack boots, but especially if I'm going to run her on a team like the one I ran with Bronya Sparkle, it's not the biggest deal in the world to have that. It's not the biggest deal in the world to have her at like 134. She is obviously lower, but she still puts in that work, so it's all good. Then next up we have Sparkle. Sparkle's at 155 speed, so a little under where I'd want her to be for hyper speed, but she still is performing very well. Plus she has the Dance Dance Dance, which is really helpful. Crit damage is at 186%. Which is very good. Yeah, so that's all of it. She has her energy regen. Light Cone, Dance 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 is only S3 as well, so there definitely is room for improvement there. Trace-wise, most of it is maxed out. I do have to get these two maxed out for a little bit more damage, but I don't think it really would have changed too much with the run we had. And for Relic, she's on 4-piece speed set, 2-piece broken keel for the extra, crit damage boost to allies as well on that. And yeah, pretty solid stats here, but if I can get some more speed on certain ones, like the crit damage chest piece, that could also be really good. And then her planers are right there. And also no speed on this energy regen rope. So if that had speed, I could definitely hit the 161. Then Eidolon, she's at E0. Next up for Bronya. I actually really need to max my Bronya because I've had her at 70 for a while now. But in terms of stats, crit damage is at 181. She actually is a bit below 134 speed. I think I was actually messing around with build stuff with some other characters. So I think I might have taken something off of Bronya by accident that I forgot to put back on her. So she does have her signature Light Cone at S1 for the extra energy regen. Trace-wise, she has most of the important ones. I should get this crit damage one as well. That'll lead to a bit more of some more buffs from her. Then, yeah, I'm running 4-piece Hacker Space, 2-piece Broken Keel as well on Bronya to get some extra buffs there. And yeah, she's not running some of the pieces that she normally would, but this is what we had for the run. We probably could have cleared maybe like a little faster if I had some of the Sparkle stuff and some of the Bronya stuff done. But then also she is at E2 as well, which did help to give Jingliu some more speed whenever I use Bronya's skill there. So very good as well. Then lastly we have Fu Xuan, I have over here. Fu Xuan sitting at 7600 HP, 1800 defense, 136 speed there. So she is looking pretty good. Light Cone wise, we're running day 1 of my new life at S5. Traces are, I could raise some of these a bit more, like for the damage reduction and whatnot, but for this Apocalyptic Shadow, it really didn't matter too much for when her Matrix was up. So we were all good there. Then for Relics, we're running 2-piece Longevous, 2-piece Wuthering Snow. And then for the planers, we are running Fleet of the Ageless for the extra HP, because you want to have as much HP as possible on Fu Xuan. Then Eidolon, we are E1, so that is an extra 30% crit damage as well, which did also help Jingliu to do more damage. So that's the team we ran, and that is the Jingliu run for Apocalyptic Shadow. Let me know what you all think in the comments down below. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.